All right, peace, peace, peace. We're gonna come up with another video on the Cinema channel, man. And I want to go into something real quick to see, man, because this is the thing about like the quote unquote emasculation of the so-called black man. Jake. Of a Jake man, the so-called black man too, because a lot of times too, saying, and it kind of just ties into the Pocahontas video I did, man, because like because what the so-called Caucasian represents is the world, or one like the Child of the Chronicles of Judah, and says, man, um what you call 'em, the woman in general, like each whatever nation she is, or especially our woman in general, but it's just the woman in general, they glean to her power. So whatever man is in power, that at the time they're gonna glean towards that, man. But also too, man, this still goes to show it's very revealing, man, because a lot of times too, man, this is working to me in the past, working in corporate America structure, and also too, man, like a lot of times that's why you always get tripped and duped by the so-called uh the one. This is a new hustle for like, especially with women per se, but of course our women, because I'm talking about our women, the whole because be mindful of that, be mindful of that when you have certain women that's this the new hustle for them. Just don't be got to be careful examined, and not one know like, okay, well, is this person even married, or how are they in their marriage, or or how would how do they interact, like what do they do, man? Because a lot of times they're using this whole red pill stuff and MGTOW stuff. Well, a lot of women are doing this too, they're men, but it's as a hustle for them, because a lot of times they a lot of times too, they could be the woman that they're that those guys on those in the whole manosphere are talking about. They use that as well, but that's on one side. But also on another side too, you gotta watch out for the so-called the whole pro-black Afrocentric type of stuff too, with our people, with our women as well, man. Because a lot of times, even if they're not even in that, a lot of times our women, they use like the same verb. They complain about the so-called Caucasian man and women are Caucasian, but they a lot of times use the same verbiage as them, to emasculate, the certain the so-called black man too. So this gotta be mindful of that, because it's the whole term boy things. Because even sure. Because me personally, I let slide sometimes, but I still gotta could say something a lot of times, because it's been so programmed a lot of times, in our brains, growing up. Because I think brothers in Discord are saying that. I mean, no, brothers in the Patreon, or somewhere in back in Chronicles of Judah, his what you call him, you know, his what you call him, his one of his platforms, the YouTube comment section, or Patreon. I think one of the brothers said, listen, I think that the term boy has been so normalized, through the whole R&B songs, and well, even kind of starting in the 70s, but in the 90s, even till now, that with certain R&B singers or certain soul R&B singers saying boy, to, cause now that kind of normalizes the the so-called black man as a boy. But you know but yeah, man, but I think that's some validity to it. But I think it's more just more, a lot of times too, they just it's a lot of times it's just a fact that they'll use the same verbiage against them too. So um a lot of times too, yeah, let's just yeah, let me look at this. We'll see this. And this is Blacula in 1972. But even though he's supposed to be he's supposed to be a so-called Jake, or but still he has but he's actually Hamitic in this, but they have him as so-called Jake, and they do this now today. That's why they're casting a lot of so-called Africans for so-called Jake Rose, so-called black uh roles. They want that. That's why they want Afrobeats to replace rap, pretty much, man. They want the Hamite, those are rescriptions. They're pretty much the African. Not all Africans are Hamites, but they want the African to replace the so-called Jake, so-called black man. So, but even this, his Mama Wadi, the black lord, he's actually he's actually African. It's not actually a so-called black man or the captivity. So, but that's just what it is. Those. Mm-hmm.
Who the hell you calling an imbecile? You're a nut that ran in front of my cab. You're the only imbecile on this street.
No.
Boy.
No, what she said, you see that? She called him boy. Like, you see how that response? Because I don't want to use the word trigger, but because like one that you shouldn't say word like no. That's just meant like somebody shouldn't trigger like your reaction shouldn't dictate like somebody's I mean somebody's what they do what they say or their actions should should impact how you react to things, how we're kind of even just as people we're too grown for that, but this was kind of that type of this was like, but notice how he said that, but notice how they use the same verbiage because she knew she messed up after she said that. But it's all so-called because we talk about the emasculation of black men. This is one way of how, because a lot of times that's like kind of that's kind of now, because like a lot of times too, when we see like certain like certain entertainers, certain where they be politicians, I don't know, politicians, musicians, rappers, or singers, or athletes in dresses, or they dress up as women, or comedians. That is part of it, emasculation of the so-called black man. That's part of it, but also too, that's into the world that they're in, the Kemetic Babylonian mystery school system on the left hand side. That's to venerate the gods that they worship as well and do certain rituals as well. So I mean, you could say it, but much more goes deeper into that, like the Bird Chronicles you said. But this is another thing that they do, man. This is regular like that, man, because a lot of times they'll have that, man. That's why in corporate America, they had that, man. That's why in court, it's nothing new in the sun too, man. Because like a lot of times in corporate America, they have our women working for so-called Caucasian man too. So that's you see that. Well, sure, I've seen that personally in my lifetime, over the years. Also too, we've seen that in movies, TV, things. I've seen that seen it in the Boiler Room, like the movie The Boiler Room. Seen that there, that also goes back to the ancient world, because those are brothers that read the scriptures, like Anna. I think one of those in Luke, she was Herod's steward, so that always was like a thing, a woman working for the so-called Caucasian man, having a high rank working, but yeah, man, that's neither here nor there. But notice how they a lot of times they say that, but they they how much does the woman go but it is too, it's not that's what I was gonna say too. Just shout out to the brother from Send Me Firstborn and Chronicles Joe too. It's not the so-called, because some of our women, they might just like the so-called Caucasian man, but it's the power that they have, the deliverance that they give. It's all the women's of the nation, because he's the man in power right now, but he represents the world right now. But he's no, I'm saying that spiritually, he's the world right now, but he's the cares and affair of that, even though that's happened before he got power, but it's listen, whatever person is in power, they're gonna go through that, and he's in his rulership right now, and and that's the fact that and it's the liberties, pretty much the liberties that he gives them, pretty much. Even in ancient Rome, like I said, nothing new under the sun, they had welfare systems back then, so just like the Caucasian then, the Caucasian now, things of that nature. So yeah, it's the power, it's really not them, but it's the power they get over us, and those that read scripture Isaiah 3 and 12, knows that. But yeah, man, that's just it is what it is too, man. But no, let's look at this. You fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nah, she looking for her. No, damn well she know her there. Yeah.
I bet you she's worried right now and looking for you. So what? You just bag over me?
Let's see.
Street
boy. Notice how she said that, calling him boy. Yep. No, that he's dead. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's that. And be mindful of that, man, when your aunties or mom to call that, because I had to be mindful of that, man, because I kind of used to, many personalities usually let things out, but no, man, it's really kind of got like remind that, because even though no, one of my aunts too, like she does say it. She said, well, I can't say it because y'all men now. Even sometimes my mom or other people say that, man, but y'all got my mind that, man, because like that's just that, because a lot of times they complain, because a lot of times too it's just like they'll complain, they'll have all these liberal ideologies, things of that nature, are women, things of that nature, but but they're simpatico with a lot of things, because one is the man that's in power right now, and they're driven to power, like the men in power, and two, the liberties that they get. So um so yeah, man, it's just like and most of them die before listening to, man. But it is what it is. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm not. This is not to castigate the woman. I'm just a more observation. I just want to put this on the Cinnamon channel, man, because I thought this was a perfect scene, because I think the Brother Chronicles Judah touched on this years ago. Touched on years ago, and that's kind of used. And I think one of the years a while back on the Patreon comments, I put this out there, and commenting on it, even though the video had nothing to do with the topic, but I thought this was interesting. But now I just want to do a video on it. Now I got a movie channel, so yeah, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.